Hey guys, what's up? So I just saw Aliens Covenant, and it's a sort of quick follow-up from my previous Prometheus videos. That was 2011, and now it's 2017, and Ridley Scott came back with sort of a light sequel, I want to say, because it follows indirectly from Prometheus in this movie. And this movie was done completely different than Prometheus, because Prometheus is more like a look at me kind of a movie, look what kind of I could do. And this movie was, Alien Covenant was more, if the best way to describe this is exactly, it's almost like the way Star Wars, can't remember the name of the episode, the last Star Wars movie, not Rogue One, the one before that, Star Wars The Force Awakens, sort of mimics what was the first Star Wars movie, I think Return of the Jedi. This sort of mimics Alien and Aliens in a way, the way it's shot, the way it looks, and sort of the storyline a bit, where basically the plot is super simple. Spaceship lands on a planet similar to LV-426, actually a lot different than LV-426, and there's aliens and they chase people around. That's pretty much the plot. And one of the plot elements, or the driving force of the plot, is there's a storm that sort of messes up communications, and that plays a big role in the way the tension builds in this movie. There's a storm that cuts off the team, splits the team in half, so the communication is minimal and no one really knows what's going on. I actually like that element of it, but you know, coming out of it, I felt like I've seen it before in those previous movies. Even Prometheus had the thing where the storm comes in and it splits up the team, where Fifield and the other guy get stuck in the caves. Same exact plot. They get stuck on the planet because of a storm, and it gives the time for the I guess the aliens, the xenomorphs, to sort of figure out how to kill people one by one. So the theme and the plot of this was simple, but I like the way it looked. It plays it really, really safe. There's nothing really new here. There's a lot of development in the android character, David. He returns. He's the only one that returns from the Prometheus movies, but I really like the way David was done in this movie. The ending of this movie was identical to Aliens, where Ripley is sort of trying to get off the planet and they're trying to get back to the spaceship above the planet and trying to keep the alien from following them on the spaceship. It is exactly the same thing. It's done the same. Even the heroine in this one looks the same. Like, she looks like a shorter, stouter, more European version of Ripley, and similar to Shaw. Shaw is mentioned in this movie a bit, and it's sad, kind of. I didn't really like how they finished her character. It's maybe in upcoming movies they might come back to her, but really like this movie. It has a few flaws in it, in the story, but that's kind of to be understood in a movie like this. But I just saw it, like, I just came back from the movies. I saw it on Saturday matinee. The movie came out Friday, but I was at work, so I just saw the Saturday morning matinee. So probably gonna have to see it again before I do a video on how I feel about it. I like it. It didn't leave me satisfied. It wasn't a fun movie to see. It was sort of depressing. In a theme of where we come from. There's a lot of religious theme in there. One of my favorite lines from Prometheus is when Wayland encounters the engineer, or the space jockey, and he realizes there's nothing beyond, I guess, the question he's trying to ask, where we come from. It's literally nothing. There's no mystery, there's no magic. It's just basically that's it. And this movie kind of left me like feeling empty a little bit, because there's really nothing else. There's nothing else really. That's basically it. And I don't know, this movie follows from that theme a lot, and the movie ends in that theme where there's nothing but, you know, death and destruction, and kind of like, and in a way that has nothing to do with the xenomorphs, but I guess Ridley Scott and the producers of this movie, they're trying to give the movie meaning. But I don't think they should. It just should be aliens killing people in the spaceship, make it as fun and incredible as as you can make it, instead of doing the whole theme of religion and stuff like that and where we come from. I'm going to compare this to Fast 8, which is a really fun movie. They're bone stupid movies. Only recommend them to Fast and Furious fans or fans of those type of movies. Movies are fun. They don't get complicated with the theme and the plot. They may add some stuff. I think the last movie was a submarine. We've never seen that. Movie before was an airplane. But this movie, I think, if you're going to do sequels, I think the reason Fast and Furious, the franchise, is so successful is they don't try to like make it more than it is. And I think one of the flaws, one of my biggest disappointments in Alien Covenant, I think they keep trying to make it more than it is. And the Alien movie, the beauty of that movie was it was just simple in that it was just that was the movie. It wasn't more than it wasn't trying to be more than, basically, I heard someone put it, it's just a haunted house in space. That's all it is. And I think they're trying to do more with this, and they shouldn't really. Just try to make it fun and entertaining and accessible to everyone. I mean, the Fast Furious movies are accessible. Anyone can see them. Kids can see them, to adults, and you get it, you enjoy it. And that's all they need to do with this. They don't need to it shouldn't rely on Alien and Aliens and Alien Resurrection and all the other Alien movies. It shouldn't even rely on Prometheus. It should just be fun and, and enjoyable. And overall, I would give this, is much better than Prometheus. Way better in terms of the story. The visuals aren't as great as Prometheus, I think. There are some moments of great visuals, but I felt like they held it back a bit. They weren't trying to do too much visual. But I could give this a 7 out of 10. Whereas Prometheus, for me, I first saw Prometheus, I think I got Prometheus a 6 out of 10. And when I saw it the second and third time, I just ended up giving Prometheus like a 3 out of 10. Because the story was so poor, it just didn't hold up the visuals. This is a good balance of visuals, special effects, and story. It was really, really good. It's a contained story with a hint that they might be a sequel to it. Prometheus ended where like, oh shit, we need a sequel for this to make sense. This, you don't really need a sequel for it to make sense, but you kind of would want a sequel in a way. You don't need it, but you would want one. So that's it, guys. Coming to you live from my backyard, basically. And hopefully I'll see it again, and maybe if I think it's worth it, I'll do more videos on this movie. But I'm only doing this because I did a video on Prometheus. I did a couple of videos on Prometheus, how you could improve that story. But this, I don't know what you could do to improve it, because it's such a contained, closed loop story where it begins and it ends, and that's it. So, alright guys, see you guys later on. More reviews are coming on other things, and I've been sick with allergies. The weather in New York has been really, really crappy. But I got more reviews coming before the summer. Bye guys.